Alright, Shalom. Haven't made a video in a minute. Been teaching my little son to walk, man. Been running all over the place with him. Man, I still been studying a little though. I've been getting people messaging me and stuff too. So I got 3-4 videos to make, right? So I just want to get caught up a little and knock out this little section about Cortez and how he enlisted the neighbors to Mexico and to Moctezuma to go into league with him against them. And I noticed in the last video it was kind of small, so let me make it bigger. It doesn't get any bigger, huh? Not really. I don't know why. Okay, anyhow. I'm going to start here. Because St. John, this is where we left off last time. Because St. John de Villanueva was then no place for a navy to ride in, Cortes sent Francis de Mateo, the pilot, Antonio Almenos, and 2 brigandines to discover that coast, who came to a place, let me see, who came to a place where they might ride without danger. They came to Panuco, standing in 23 degrees northward. From whence they came back upon an agreement to go unto Culiacan and being a haven for more safety. They set sail and went westward up the river, but Cortez went by land westward with the most part of his men on horseback, and they came unto a city called Zemopalan, where they were well received. And from thence they went to another town called Chichen-Itzalan, with the lord of which town, as with all the country besides, he made league to be against Moctezuma, Mutecuma, I don't know. And when he knew that his ships were come, he went unto them, and there builded a town, and called it Villa Rica de la Veracruz, from whence he sent unto Charles. The emperor a present and his fifths, and made report of all that he had done, and how he determined to go to Mexico and to visit Moctezuma, and besought the emperor to give him the government of that country. And because his people should not rise in mutiny as they began, he destroyed all his ships. Cortes presently went from Villa de la Rica de la Cruz, leaving there 150 Spanish horsemen, many Indians to serve them, and the villages round about became his friends and allies. He went unto the city of Heopolam, now called Zemopolan, and there he heard news that Francis Garay on the coast with 4 ships to come on land. And by subtlety he got 9 of his men, of whom he understood that Garay had been in Florida, and came unto the river Panuco, where he got some gold, determining to stay there in a town which is now called Almeria. Cortez overthrew the idols in Zemopolan and the tombs of their kings, whom they worshipped as gods, and told them that they were to worship the true God. From thence he went toward Mexico, the 16th day of August, 1519, and travailed there 3 days' journey without guides, and came to the city of Zalapan, and to another beyond it named Sicuchimato, where they were well received and offered to be conducted to Mexico, because Moctezuma had given such commandment. Beyond this place he passed with his company a certain hill of 3 leagues high, wherein there were vines. In another place they found above 1,000 loads of wood ready cut, and beyond they met with a plain country, and in going through the same he named it Nombre de Dios. At the bottom of the mountains he rested in a town called Teubixuacan. And from thence they went through a desolate country, and so came to another mountain that was very cold and full of snow, and they lay in a town called Zaklotan. And so from town to town they were well received and feasted until they came into another realm named Tiaxcalan, which waged war against Moctezuma, and being valiant they skirmished with Cortez. But in the end, they agreed and entered into league with him against the Mexicans. And so they went from country to country till they came within sight of Mexico. The king Moctezuma, fearing them, gave them good entertainment with lodging and all things necessary, and they were with this for some time contented. But mistrusting that he and his should be slain, he took Moctezuma prisoner and brought him to his lodging with good guard. Cortez, demanding how far his realm did extend, and sought to know the mines of gold and silver that were in it, and how many kings, neighbors to Moctezuma, dwelled therein, requiring certain Indians to be informed thereof, whereof he had 8 provided. And he, Cortez, joined to them 8 Spaniards, and sent them 2 and 2 into 4 countries, namely into Zacolia, Malinaltepec, Tenich, and Tututepec. They went unto Zacola. They which went unto Zacola went 80 leagues. For much it was from Mexico thither. They which went to Malinatemapec went 70 leagues, seeing goodly countries, and brought examples of gold, which the naturals of the country took out of great rivers. And all this province belonged unto Moctezuma. The country of Tenich and up the river were not subject to Montezuma, but had war with him, and would not suffer the Mexicans to enter into their territory. He gave them samples of gold taken from the river. They sent ambassadors unto Cortez with presents, offering him their estates. Interesting. And amity, whereof Moctezuma was nothing glad. They which went to Tututepec, standing near the South Sea, did also bring with them examples of gold, and praised the pleasantness of the country as a dwelling place, and as a multitude of good harbors upon the coast showing. Montezuma ordered that houses should be built for the Spaniards, and Cortez inquired of him whether on the sea coast there were any harbors in which ships could lie securely. He replied that he did not know, but would ask, and he showed to Cortez a cloth of cotton wool, all woven with goodly works. Wherein all the coast with the havens and creeks were set forth. Man, oh man. But this thing then could not be persecuted by reason of the coming of Pamphilus de Narvaez into the country, who set all the kingdom of Mexico into an uproar. All right, we're going to look up this guy real quick just to get an image of him. Pamphilus de Narvaez. Pamphilus de just to get an image of him. just for the hell of it. You seen I had the Panuco River up there. It's in Mexico. Wow, they had some different images of him before. Anyway. Okay, so then we're going to go to 143, 1520. Okay, in the same year, 1520, in February, Diego Lopez de... Wait, it's down here. In the year 1520, the licensate Lucas Vaquez de Leon and other inhabitants of Santo Domingo furnished 2 ships and set sail to the Isles of Lucayos. Isles of Lucayos. Isles of Lucayos. Okay, Bahamas. Okay, so they're in the islands of Lucayos to get slaves. Okay. And finding none, they passed along by firm land beyond Florida and into certain countries called Chicora. No, that's not right. In Pennsylvania. Indians. Chicora Indians. South Carolina. Okay. That's a little closer to Florida than to the Bahamas than Pennsylvania. And Gualdape, and this will definitely say South Carolina. Gualdape. Spanish colony, South Carolina. Okay. So they sailed up to South Carolina. Gualdape, unto the river Jordan and the Cape of St. Helena, standing in 32 degrees towards the north. They of the country came down to the seaside to see the ships, as having never before seen the like. The Spaniards went on land, where they received good entertainment, and had given unto them such things as they lacked. But they brought many of them into the ships, and then set sail and brought them away for slaves. Okay, what did I want to show you real quick? Okay, so this is gonna where we're gonna be going, the River Jordan in South Carolina. Okay, this is currently known as the Santee River. Let's look it up. You can see. Santee River. There it is. The Santee River is a river in South Carolina in the United States. The Spaniards called the river the Jordan in honor of the Jordan River. I don't that stood out to me. That's pretty interesting. They named it the Spanish name. Anyway, and just to show you real quick, one more thing. You'd be led to believe that Cortez was turning other Israelites against Moctezuma, But I don't know if all the I don't know if all the people in the area were only Israelites and only derived from Israelites. Because we see that the name Chan, like Canaan, like Canaan, was in the area. The city is called Chan Santa Cruz. And I had it up to show that Chan and Cham and Canaan are all interrelated, but I think a lot of people know that already. So was he turning the Israelites against them? I don't think so. I think that they were surrounded by other nations and that he was turning them against Moctezuma. And so with that, I'm going to say shalom and, I'll get back at you soon.